Wife divorces her husband after reading the secret note their waitress wrote for him. What started out as an ordinary evening for Jackie and her husband quickly turned into a nightmare when she saw what the waitress wrote in her note to her husband. She was a mother and a former member of the United States Army, so she was used to dealing with different kinds of people, but nothing could have prepared her for what happened that evening at Fong's Pizza Parlor. On July 14, 2013, Jackie, her husband, and their children went out to eat at Fong's Pizza Parlor. It was their first time there, and they were excited to try the food. Although their other children were enjoying their meals, her youngest son started acting up. He wanted milk, and since Jackie wasn't using a formula, she had no other choice but to breastfeed him at a restaurant. Her baby was insanely hungry, so she started breastfeeding him while secretly hoping no one would cause a scene. Jackie covered herself up and put her son on her lap. But then something happened that shocked her to the core. At first, Jackie wasn't aware that someone at the restaurant was watching her while she was breastfeeding her son. But then, she realized their waitress was looking at her from across the room. She tried to ignore her dirty looks at first, but eventually, she started to feel very uncomfortable because of her. The waitress walked by their table several times. At that point, Jackie was ready to give in. Having a fussy baby, I nursed him for a while in the booth and eventually left the table early, as to not disrupt the restaurant, she wrote on Facebook. Then, the waitress slipped them a note. Jackie didn't want to cause a scene, so she went to the car to finish feeding her son. It was then that the waitress, Bodhi Kinney, approached her husband and handed him a note. As soon as he read the note, he stormed out of the restaurant with their kids and told his wife about it. But Jackie's reaction wasn't what he was expecting at all. "I bought one of your pizzas. Please thank your wife for breastfeeding," Bodhi said in her note. Jackie was at a loss for words. "I was speechless and emotional. Although I don't need a pat on the back for feeding my child, it sure felt amazing. It is amazing how we women can make each other feel when we empower each other," she wrote in her Facebook post. "It's kind of taboo, and society kind of frowns upon it. We need to come together and support each other when it comes to nursing our children," Jackie told FOX4KC. And when someone asked Jackie if she had ever been discriminated against for breastfeeding in public, her response was heartbreaking. "I have definitely been made to feel uncomfortable and unwanted," Jackie told Cafe Mom. Society makes mothers like her feel guilty for doing something natural, like breastfeeding their children in public. But no one gets offended when a formula feeder feeds their children. Unfortunately, many people have a hard time normalizing nursing, which is why many mothers are afraid to breastfeed their children in public. Jackie wished she had thanked their waitress that day, but sadly, she didn't get a chance to do it. She did not walk back into the restaurant to thank the kind waitress, but she did find her husband on Facebook and messaged him. She told him about the incredible note his wife had written for her and wished that more women were like her. "I have definitely been made to feel uncomfortable and unwanted," Jackie wrote on the Facebook message to Bodhi's husband. "I felt an amazing sense of belonging and optimism that day because of your wife's beautiful sentiment that is still carrying me days later," she continued. In her message, Jackie explained how his wife reminded her that there are still good people in this world who care about each other and want to help society normalize breastfeeding in public. Jackie couldn't believe that the waitress thanked her for breastfeeding her child, but her words touched her heart. Bodhi Kinney had also gone through nursing in public, so she understood Jackie's struggles. While she was nursing her baby, she received lots of negative reactions and comments from people. On July 14, 2013, Jackie posted a photo of the Bill and Bodhi's message on Facebook because she wanted other mothers to know that it was okay to do something that was natural in public. Her post soon spread around the world as it got shared 3,000 times. People thanked her for sharing this beautiful story, and it sure made Jackie feel empowered. Thanks for watching. Click on like and subscribe for more videos.